Welcome to Notion Expert Tutorials, a completely new video series created to slow things down and take time to walk through all the steps. As you might know, if you've followed me for a while, I'm helping you to become a Notion expert in 100 days. To do that, I've created a video series. I've gotten some constructive feedback saying that while the content is good, it's simply too quick to be able to follow. So I'm creating this complementary video series, which I'm calling tutorials, where we're going to take things a little bit slower. Hopefully this is just the right speed to make it possible to follow along. You can pause and rewind when you need to, and recreate exactly what we're doing. Let's get started. Today we're looking at our tool chest. I'm going to show a link up top so you can see the whole tool set. Basically, it's a synced block which contains useful tools that you can use across different pages. Today, we're looking at a more advanced concept where we put an entire database inside our template button inside our tool chest. We'll start with a completely blank page. We'll add a nice cover signifying our tool chest as well as an icon. The first thing we'll do is that we'll get the tool chest. The tool chest is stored on a separate page, so to get it, we want to navigate to that page. You can either use the sidebar, but I'm here using the keyboard shortcut, and that's Ctrl-P on Windows or Command-P on Mac to search and go to a page. So I press the keyboard shortcut and I select the tool chest page. I select the sync block, I click copy and sync up in the top right corner. Once that is complete, I simply navigate back to the page where we want the tool chest and I paste it using Ctrl or Command and V. Syncing it of course means that any tool you add to the tool chest on this child page will show up on all other pages with the same synced block. Today we're looking at putting an entire database inside the tool chest. So the goal here is to, whenever we want, we can create a copy of an entire database. We're exemplifying this with a gallery of vacation ideas. So I'm creating a new database. I'm calling it Gallery of Vacation Ideas. I'm choosing the gallery view. I'm setting the card previews to cover. That means that in the gallery view, it will show whatever we set as covers for the respective database rows or the pages inside the database. We'll start by adding our first vacation idea, Venice. We then go to cover and we select a nice cover. Here I'm searching Unsplash for Venice, meaning I can easily get a Venice picture without really putting in any effort at all. So that's great. We're then tagging as we want. For Venice, we're tagging it with Italy and ocean. Then we create Madrid, and we'll do the same thing here. We tag that with Spain and bullfighting. We add an Unsplash image to Madrid as well. We simply search for Madrid and select a nice looking image. As the third vacation idea, we're adding Rocky Mountains. Here we're adding USA and also climbing as tags. We change the cover, we click Unsplash, we search for Rocky Mountains, and we look for a while before finding a nice image to choose. Let's just reposition the cover a little bit so we see it a bit better. Alright, so now we have our gallery, we have our 3 vacation ideas, and it's looking as we want it. From here, we'll back out to our page again, and we see that we have our Gallery of Vacation Ideas page here. As the next step, we'll create a template button. As you remember, the template button, when clicked, will generate a copy of whatever content we put inside it. So we call this Gallery DB of Vacation Ideas to remember what it does. Then we move the entire page into the template button. As you might remember from earlier episodes, whenever we put a page as the only content inside a template button, no space, no nothing, what happens is that it will create that page and it will go instantly into edit mode. We'll try the button out, we'll click it, and as you can see, it generates our copy of the page we created and instantly goes into edit mode. To show that this is a copy, we'll add a fourth vacation idea, Tokyo. We'll do the same thing here, we'll tag it with Japan and city, and then we're gonna look for a nice Tokyo image from Unsplash. In the end, I selected this one with cherry blossoms and then going out to the gallery again. And remember, this was the copy we created from our template button. Let's go back to our page again, and we now see that we have our Gallery of Vacation Ideas page. We now click the button again and we get another copy. We call that simply Gallery of Vacation Ideas 2. And as you can see, when we switch between the two, the first one has Tokyo and the second one doesn't. So they are completely independent, they have nothing to do with each other. So whenever we click the Gallery DB of Vacation Ideas button, we get a new page, which is expected, and that page actually contains its own database. So whenever we create a page, we also get a new database. They don't communicate in any way or have anything to do with each other. I'm not sure if I would necessarily use this for vacation ideas. Maybe I don't want copies with those, and that's something we will look at in the next episode, this tutorial series. But I think it shows the concept quite nicely. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial session and that you could follow it along. I'm gonna link here the video that inspired this with some feedback from you guys that the tempo was a bit high. I'm really interested in your feedback. Do you prefer the slower format or do you prefer the quicker format? So do you like these tutorials or do you like the 100 Days of Notion video series tempo? Or maybe a combination of both? Please let me know in the comments. I'm super interested to hear your thoughts. That's all for this first tutorial. Next time we'll look at how we do the same thing as today but using a shared database. So we can create multiple views simply from a template button in our tool chest, but we reference the same backing database. Until then, have a very nice day and thank you for joining.